Okay, I think I've got everything up and ready to go. So I'm going to use Inktense Pencils because I have been neglecting them and I never use them. And I really like them, so I need to start using them. So I have my swatch chart with all of the colors. I have a whole bunch of paintbrushes. And a cup of water, paper towel. And I'm going to use Romacntic Country. This is probably my least favorite book that I own. But I'm going to color in it because I know the paper can take water. And it won't bother me if I mess up a page. Okay. I have no idea what I feel like coloring today. Maybe this one. I like the one with the cat. I think I need to back my phone up a little bit. There we go. I think I like that one with the cat. It's got some small details and then some of a bigger area. And something spilt on this book, so the corners of it are damp. I had to take off the cover because it was wet. That's one I did ages and ages and ages ago that I never finished. I think it was Crayola Color Escapes. This is another one of the first pages I ever started. Never finished it. There's another one. This might have been with Inktense too. It looks like a disaster, so that's probably some Inktense. I'm going to do this one. Then I also have this palette, which I use for my neocolors, Inktense, anything that I need to scrape off. Not scrape off, but, you know, put it down and then pick it up with water. Okay. So I'm going to start with the sky, I think. And in the picture there's a moon, so it's nighttime. I'm going to start with a layer of lagoon, I think. And I have these pencils in a canvas roll, so they're completely unorganized. I need to get a regular case like I have all my other pencils in. I know what color I want. Oh, there it is. Okay. There's two ways that I know of, or I guess 3 ways that you can use these pencils. I know you can put some onto a palette, or you can take your brush to the tip of the pencil, or you can color directly on the paper. Alright, I've got all my paintbrushes. Hi Trish, how you doing today? That's good. Me too. I just got my kids off to school. Hey Martina. Both you and Trish suggested this book, so I said, fine. I guess I can do it. I really don't like this book. It's probably my least favorite one that I have at all, out of all of them. Yeah. Definitely. Oh, I'm not feeling good today again. Right, Trish, I know that's what I was thinking. I was like, well, if I'm gonna use these Inktense that I never ever like use at all, why not in this book? Because I don't care if it doesn't turn out. Woohoo! You got your chocolate. It's only 9 in the morning here, so I'm nowhere near thinking about candy. We got so much, though. We bought way too much candy, as always. Thought we'd have more trick-or-treaters than we did. And when we were out trick-or-treating with the kids, we left our bowl on the porch, hoping someone would just take it all. And I guess kids actually listened to their parents and only took one, so we still have a lot of candy. Right, as much as it would cost to ship over some candy, you could probably just go get some. Probably cost twice as much as the candy. Almost dinner time. Yep, I know. I'm super slow with these, and I have no idea what I'm doing. I just know that if you put the pencil directly on the paper, that when you put next layers of color on, sometimes it mixes in with the bottom layer because it wasn't fully activated. Well, there you go, Martina. I'm glad it's a good time for you. That's kind of part of why I wanted to do it in the morning for me, just because my kids are off at school usually. My husband's at work, and I know that there's people from all over the world that watch. So I figured if I do it in my morning time, that means the other time zones in the US, it'll probably be around afternoon or later. And then in other parts of the world, it'll probably be closer to their nighttime. Ah, that's way too dark. See, I don't know what I'm doing. I know they're permanent when they dry, and they're basically like watercolor pencils. I'm just going to go over that because I can go over it with pencil. Another reason why I have a hard time with these is because they look really, like blotchy. I can't do the whole area as fast as they want me to work. But I do like, I'm using them in a buddy color with Martina in Clara Markova's book. Which I don't remember which one it is. What book is it? Fairy Miracles, I think. And I like how it's turning out with Inktense. We said we were going to use polychromos, and then she's like, oh, I'm going to use Inktense for this. And then I was like, oh, I'm going to do that too. And then I did it too, and now it's all I've been using. Oh. Is that what it is? It's already wet when I apply it, so you have to... Oh. Well, maybe then on the next layer, I'll just put the pencil directly to the paper, and I'll see how that goes. Yeah, I'll probably use some polys too. I just haven't yet. I did the little gnome dude's beard with Inktense. I did all the wood in the bookcase. And I think I did like a little base layer on the flowers. Just let it dry. You know, that's my problem with these and watercolors and what else? Acrylic paint, is that I don't let the layers below dry. So when I go over it, it's just, it wasn't time yet. I shouldn't have kept going over it with more colors. And I do know that if I leave it on my palette, it will stain it really bad. So I'll get that off of there. Okay, coffee time. Okay, so I got Lagoon. Probably use some deep indigo. Yeah, I bet I don't sound good. My throat really hurts. I don't know if Trish is in here. Do you have kids, Trish? I'm assuming that you do. Yeah, it's definitely faster than pencil. That's why I've been wanting to try to work with it more. Oh, no kids. Well, then you may or may not have heard of this, but so it's usually only kids get it, but my kid's pediatrician says that that's BS. They said that if you're in a family with kids, the whole families usually get it. But we went to our kids' harness carnival the other day for Halloween, and we were feeling fine. And then last night, I noticed that my hands were starting to hurt. And you can't really see them. I don't know on camera, but I have them on there, right here, right here, right here. Anyway, it's called hand, foot, and mouth. And it's really common in babies because their immune system is so weak. But yeah, so I have hand, foot, and mouth, and they are like little sore rash things that are incredibly painful. And they're in your mouth and your throat, on the bottoms of your feet, on your hands, and then you have a fever and chills and body aches and all that fun stuff. So yeah, that's why I'm not using regular pencils today, because my hands hurt so bad that I don't think I could grip a pencil for that long. This, I don't have to hold it as hard. So yeah, that's definitely not fun at all. It's miserable. And the worst part of it is it lasts for weeks and weeks and weeks. We had it when my daughter was 6 months old and my son was about 3. My stepsister's kids had it. and they thought it was gone, and then we had caught it. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't think you can get a shot, for this. Oh, why is my phone? No, I don't know. Not important. You probably need to get, like, your whooping cough, shots, I think is the main one when you have a baby. This is just a virus, but it lasts for like 3 weeks. And it's highly contagious. So far, my kids don't have anything, and I called the school nurse this morning, and I said, should I keep them home? Do I send them to school? What do I do? And she said that it lasts for so long to she's like, send them. She said, we're all going to get it already anyway, because chances are you caught it at the harness carnival, so yeah. Go put some pizza in the oven. That's the best, easiest dinner ever. I think I'm gonna make nachos tonight. Alright, let's see if this is doing what I want it to do. Probably not. And I'm working from the center where I didn't apply any of it, and then going to the edge so that it doesn't just smear it all into the middle part. I'm trying to like make it look darker around the stuff and then lighter as it goes to the middle. Movie food. Yep. Pizza, nachos. Last night we finished watching the new Lion King remake. It finally came out on Redbox, so we went and rented it. It was actually really, really, really good. I was surprised. I liked it better than the new Aladdin. Ew! Brown beans with onions and bacon bits? Like, a bit like baked beans, like the stuff in a can. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, that stuff's good. That's like refried beans. Like the mashed up ones. Yep. Those are good. I love Mexican food. Kidney beans. Oh, yeah. I guess I forget that sometimes some of the things that we say are not exactly the same. And that's my mom. I swear she calls every time I live stream. And she knows that I'm doing it too, because I put it in the Facebook group, unless she just isn't paying any attention to it. I don't know. I'm sitting here, I'm looking at these like round things. What color would you color those? What are those supposed to be? Is it just like a pretty design? Neos and these. Okay. So neocolors. It's just a scratch piece of coffee paper. Yep. Neocolors are more like a watercolor and a stick. And then Inktense are ink. So when the Inktense dry, they are permanent and they won't be mixed in with the other layers. When I use neocolors, I like to use the palette. So that, like this thing, or you can use a rough cutting board or anything that has like a texture, and it grabs the pigment off of it. Okay, so I really like Neos. I have a 40 set, and really, I mean, if you don't have any of them, I would probably say you probably don't need the 84 set because you can mix colors. This is just copy paper, so it's horrible. But it'll kind of show you. And then there's the Inktense. And then when they dry, if you take your wet brush over the Inktense, it won't move. If you do the same with the neocolor, it will spread. So I'll let that dry for a second and then get it wet and I'll show you. I really like neocolors. They're very dense, so if you don't add enough water, you almost can't see through them when you apply the water. So depending on how you're wanting to use them, you got to kind of be careful and practice with them a little bit. I don't know if you have Inktense or neocolors or both, Trish, but I love them both. They're different. It's just, I think it's just like pencils or anything else. It just takes some practice. Is he not supposed to go in the dryer? Okay, I know neocolors are very expensive. I bought these for myself as a gift from my husband, if that makes sense. You probably know what I mean. For I think Mother's Day, and they were like $70 for 40 of them. And you can mix skin tones with them. I have used them on a picture for skin. I just did a base, but I did do it. And you can mix them. I can use those on this too if you want, so you can kind of see. I'm sure you've seen 1,000,001 videos on them, and I am not super experienced with them, but I can play with those too if you want. Sounds like my dogs are fighting over a plastic spoon. Oops. So far I've used Lagoon and Blue Indigo. sure I can use, but yep, I will definitely use both. I'll just go back and forth and let other parts dry, and then let's see if this is dry. Okay, so if you run the brush over Inktense, nothing. And nothing because it's on copy paper, but it's supposed to change. I don't think I have any better paper right next to me, but that's okay. I'll just use it on here. Yay! I've used them a couple times. I usually use them as like a base and then just do it really lightly and then go over it with pencils. And I do have watercolors and, you know, some other things, and I need to start using them more often. Yeah, but really I have no idea what I'm doing with Inktense. I'm going to go grab my Fairy Miracles book, and I'll show you the picture I'm doing with Martina. Okay, so this one was for a event in Mariella Budek's page, but I didn't get it done. So far, all I've used on the inside, this is a black acrylic marker, but this is all neocolors. And then this is also neocolors. I'm working on a pre-recorded video for this one. I had the shells, they kind of looked like the orange fish down here, and I didn't like it. So I took a wet paper towel and went like this and tried to wash it off, and it kind of smeared it out. But I like how it looks, and I like the color better. So I'm going to go over that with pencils too. It's just so much faster to use something as a base. And then this is the one I'm doing a buddy color with Martina. And so far, all I've used is Inktense. Let's see. This all has water on it. The strawberries have water. And the beard does not. I'm going to do that right now because I want to see what it looks like. I think I used like Payne's gray and a black and a blue. I don't know. I just picked a whole bunch of colors and started drawing in hair strands. And if it doesn't turn out like how I meant for it to, I'll probably go over that with pencils too. So, yeah, there's that. Oh yeah, and this hat doesn't have any water on it. The only thing that I don't know if I like about Inktense is all the reds look pink. I kind of have a hard time, even with polychromos and Prismacolors too, I have a hard time finding like a pure red that doesn't look either pink or like Christmas red, if that makes sense. So, yeah, there's that picture. I don't remember what colors I used for the wood, but I got it written down somewhere. Okay, back to Romacntic Country. Okay. I'm sure there's something that I can use this on. Maybe I'll use this on the building? No, maybe I'll do that on this, on the railing. So it's not all like gray and blue. Reminds me of a tutorial for a painting that I want to do by the Art Sherpa. And it's like a picture of like Italy, and it's looking out a window, and there's like wine and grapes sitting on the table, and the color of the building reminds me of this color. Okay, so Trish, if you're still here, this is the neocolors. So one thing I think with the biggest difference is earlier I was saying that they look kind of blotchy. Inktense look kind of like blotchy. If you look up at the sky, you can kind of see like where the brush strokes start and stop. And with neocolors, I think that's easier to hide for some reason. Maybe they take longer to dry. And if you don't like it, you can lift it just like you would watercolor. It's not wet enough, it already dried. So I just put a bunch of water down, try to dab it off, and you can see that it lightened it up. And the difference too is if you are using Inktense and you put them on a palette like this and it dries, it stains, and that's it. You can't reactivate it or use it. With the neocolors, you can. I've had leftover colors on that palette for like a week. I had it completely covered, and then I went back to it and tried to use them, and all I had to do was add water, and it worked fine. I have it super close, so it keeps going in and out of focus. Probably. I don't have any watercolor pencils, so I don't really know, but yeah, pretty much I would say that neocolors are exactly the same as watercolor pencils. They're just in a stick. Or I mean, like a crayon. Why is it so blurry? It wants to focus on my hand. Maybe I need to get my hand out of there. And for the price of them, I mean, if you have a set of watercolor pencils that you really like, you probably don't really need these. You can mix colors just like you can with watercolors or watercolor pencils. You can really, I think, do the same exact thing on them with them. I really do like these, though. I think they're neat. And the colors are really pretty. I do. The only water brushes I had, so I've had Ohuhu, I don't know, and Arteza, and they were actually the exact same brush. They just, had a different label on them. But I like a paintbrush because I have more options with the type of bristles and the sizes, and I can control the water more. For the brushes that I had, they were not very good, so I think it used way too much water. It didn't matter if I squeezed it or not. So I think I have more control over the water and where everything goes with the paintbrush. And these are awesome paintbrushes. I use, what was it called? The Brush Guys. It's a website, and I paint with acrylics too. And I bought a massive amount of acrylic paintbrushes, and for free they sent me a pack of these. And I think they came with like 15 brushes. I didn't look at how much they cost, but probably a good amount. And they sent them to me for free, so that was awesome. Especially considering how much I had spent. But there's all different sizes, and they're all rounds. And you can use them as watercolor or acrylic. But I haven't used them as acrylic because that will ruin them. But yeah, I really like them. And then I have this brush, which is like a bigger one if you want to do a wash. Like the whole background, get it wet and do wet on wet. And then that has this one. It's like super, super soft brush. And then this one's from Michaels. Just says Princeton Brush Elite size 6. I don't really like that one that much. I really like the ones I got from the Brush Guys. Hi Mandy, how you doing today? Okay, so I got all of that one done. Now I'll do some water. I'm going to try something since I don't know if this is going to work. I've never done it. I'm going to see what happens when I put neocolor over Inktense. Oh no! I'm sorry. It's pretty cold here too, but it's sunny, so I guess it could be worse. I'm tired of the rain. It always rains where I'm at. Always. What is, how cold is it where you're at? Your freezing and my freezing are probably two very different things. I complain with, 30 degrees. Oh, wow. That's not what I wanted it to do. Let's take that off. No! Okay, and there's my lovely Pomeranian poodle, who has a bark collar on, and it doesn't seem to help. 10 degrees. Oh, that is cold. I don't even think it gets that cold here at night. I already put that blue down, so I'm going to go back to Inktense, maybe. 10 degrees, oh my goodness. That is ridiculous. I think it's like 35 or 40 right now. Probably not even that. It's probably 45 or 50. And for me, that's just absolutely miserable and freezing. Yeah, Mandy, I was saying earlier, I know you have kids, and I believe you said you had grandkids. Have you ever heard of hand, foot, and mouth? Oh, I'm not even on camera. Sorry. Yeah, you know what that is. Boy. So, we had it when my daughter was 6 months old and my son was about 2.5 or 3. My stepsister's kids had it and they thought it was gone, and then we caught it. Oh, yeah, you're talking about the cold if they're talking about the other thing. But yeah, so me and my husband now have that, and I'm sure my kids are going to pop up with it too. So that is fun. Minneapolis, yeah, I think that's really cold. My husband's from Kansas, and he said it's like 5 degrees, 0 degree, like it's really, really, really cold. And they get lots and lots of snow. Okay, so I guess the more layers you add with... I'm not on camera again. I'm sorry. I guess when you add more and more layers with Inktense, you can kind of start to get rid of the blotchy look. So that's good to know. That's part of why I never used them, because they didn't look smooth. I couldn't get them to look right. Okay, to the sky. Hi, Martina. I didn't even know you went anywhere. I just thought you were just lurking or doing something else. When I watch live streams, I can't always talk the whole time, so I understand if people don't answer or disappear. Okay, let's do... I'm wondering if I should do the castle the same color of the railing. I need to grab my dinner. Yep. I'm nowhere near thinking about dinner yet. So now I'm back to neocolor. And the color is ochre or yellow ochre. Yeah, just ochre. And I think I'm going to have it match the railing down below so that they, kind of go together. Oops. Come on, camera. Yeah, Trish, they are they're fun to have. I do like using them, but I don't have watercolor pencils. So if you do have, you said you have a set of watercolor pencils. I don't know what brand they are or how you like them or anything. But if you like them, then you probably don't really need these. But I don't have any watercolor pencils. I just have Inktense and neocolors and regular watercolors. goodness. My dog's driving me crazy. You can probably hear her. She's a barker. Sorry if I'm not too talkative today or, coming up with stuff to talk with. I'm not feeling well. I've got a sore throat. Let me wipe it off, see if there's something on there. Oh, I see it. When I look over at the computer, I see it. Oh, ha! It's because it's writing on it. Like with my finger. What is that? I don't know why it's doing that. Hang on. Okay, no, I don't want to close the live. Okay, got it out of my thing. Eraser. How weird. Why? I don't know why I did that. Okay. Thank you, Martina, for letting me know. My laptop. I know that's why I have been trying to use these more, because I absolutely love pencils, but they are so slow. Thank you, Mandy. Yeah, it's horrible. Hopefully I'll start to feel better soon. Every time I feel better, we pop up with something else. That's what happens when you got kids in kindergarten and preschool, I guess. You're right, Martina, it is. If you have something that you want to write on the screen, now I know you guys can see it, so I can like circle something or write a color on the screen as we're live. That's kind of cool. I've been working on an event from Rayin. I think that's how you say it. Rayin Art or Rain Art. I'm not sure what their name is. How it's said. It's RAEN, and they have an event in their group called Coloring Marathon. And every week they eliminate people or send you to the next level. And I am on level 3 now. And so every week I have to color a new picture, and they are beautiful. I love coloring people, so I absolutely love the pages, but I'm just not that fast at coloring, and I haven't even started this one. I have to have it done, I think, by Tuesday morning, or I have to have it uploaded onto Facebook, I think, by Monday. Yeah, I'll do that when we get off of here. They're really a great artist. I'll show you the ones I'm working on right now. Hang on 1 second. So this was level 1. those. That's awesome. This was level 1. I did metallic acrylic paint and then markers, and then went over it with pencil. And I like the color that the hair turned out, but if you get really close, it's not really done that well. I ran out of time, so I was really excited that I got past that level. This was level 2. My phone thingy sunk down again. It's level 2. And the swirly things on the back are marker, trees marker, the lines in her hands marker. Then she has an Inktense base. I just mixed a skin tone, I think, unless it's marker. No, it's not marker. So this thing was Inktense, and then everything else is Prismacolors. And then week 3 is this one. The artist had us choose a number between 1 and 10, and depending on the number you picked, decides whether you choose a positive or negative. And I think what they meant by that is, like, if it's negative, you might want to make, like, an evil-looking character. And, yeah, I got positive, so I'll probably do some pretty colors for that. And then they have another event in their group called Art Mix, because I think the other one, they are only allowing people to join that, like, started from the beginning and then they move through the levels. I think. I could be wrong. But this is from the other one, and I haven't started this one either. I think I've already missed the first stage, but it's an awesome picture to have. It's pretty. I have Cali Art markers. So they're not, the best, but they work. I'd love to, have $1,000 Copic markers, but I just can't. So I have Cali Art. I know. I need to get started on the third one. And I am so into it. I love this artist. I just kind of found out about them over the last month. And the prize, one person wins at the end. So I think they have like 30 people now, and then each stage they cut some out. The prize is 2 of their previously published books, and then every new book from that date on. And I think each books are 10 pages, and, they're PDFs. But I was like, oh! So, I'm really excited. I love their artwork. I think it changes every week. I think week 1 they did whoever had the most, likes or hearts or wows, things like that. And then I think week 2 the artist chose, and then week 3 I believe the artist chooses again. So I think they just, change it up and do whatever it is, however they want. And I think some weeks the admins judge. It just depends. And there's 8 stages, and I'm only on 3, so I still have quite a bit more to go. But I'm super excited about it because I love their artwork. I don't know if they're male or female, I'm not sure. I've seen some people in their group call them by as if they're a male, and other times female, so I don't know. So I just say their artwork or Rayan art. I think how you say it. It could be Rain. I don't know. And this is Neocolor again. Still trying to decide what color we should do the cat. Black? That's what I was thinking. Okay. That is what I was thinking too. So let's do a black kitty cat. Oops, I'm not even on camera again. My bad. Okay, so I think I have a black neocolor. I do. So first I'm just going to do just a layer of black so that I know later on, like, oh, okay, this is going to be a black cat. And I may or may not go over all of this with pencils to add details. We'll see how I feel when I get, you know, closer to the end. More and more I use neocolors and Inktense, I do start to feel more comfortable with them. I'm not on camera. Here I am, but my hand's in the way. Oops. Do we all agree that this is water? What I'm thinking is that this is like grass over here, and then this part and down here is all water. Water, okay. I thought so. Back up a little bit. Okay. Oops, I didn't clean off the part that I used Inktense on. No. Okay. I don't want to do that same ochre color because it will blend into it. So I don't know what color I'm going to do those. I'll work on the water now, I guess. And the moon is, oops. I hope I didn't just exit out of everything. Yay, Martina, you're going to be hanging out more. Got your pizza 8. I have pizza way more than I need to or want to with my kids. That's like the easiest thing for them. They'll be like, what do you guys want for dinner? And they're like, pizza! Oh, enjoy. I do have a homemade pizza that I make, though, that's really good. I don't really get tired of that one. Okay, I'm going to use deep indigo. Iron. Sea blue. Maybe a yellow for like the reflection. Sun yellow. Probably shouldn't have colored over the moon, I guess, actually. This is just a white prism color. I'm not on camera. Again. Ugh. I don't know about that. I don't know how I'm going to fix that one. I could always just use white acrylic paint. Oh. Interesting. So I don't know if it's working because it's taking up the paper or if it's just taking up the ink. But I can erase a little bit over the Inktense. Posca. Yep. Definitely. That'll have to work. It might just be taking up the paper, but it does work. So I'm going over all the stars. Huh. Okay. Well, maybe Posca. I see my gold, silver, and black. Where is the white one? Huh. Okay. Apparently it's not in here. It might be over on my other table thingy. Weird. Oh, I'll do that later. Okay, so the water. And then I'm going to pick a tealish green color. And let's see how that works. And I didn't bring scratch paper over like I usually do. Okay, so I'm going to go around the edge of the water with the darkest color, which is deep indigo. Oh boy, my phone just went crazy. Oh, it is my husband. Oops, there's half my phone case. Okay. You are popular today. I know, right? I see on there there's 7 people watching. So I was like, oh wow, there's actually 7 people watching. And then my husband is blowing up my phone. And then my mom called. And a friend of mine's calling. Just all over the place today. Now, Martina's messaging me now. Can't check that one though because the little chat head thing on my phone is the holder thingy's in the way. For text messages, I can kind of see it, but my phone is being difficult. My case is falling apart. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, so for those of you that use Inktense more than me, if you were going to have, like, the water's going to have several different colors in it, would you, like, activate this layer and then add the other layers? Or would you, add all the color first and then the water? Okay, that's the darkest color, even though it may not look like it. And now I'm going to use, oh, I didn't want navy blue, I wanted iron blue. I guess it probably doesn't matter, they're pretty close. I put all the colors in first. All right, well, let's go for it. Do you overlap the layers like you would pencils? Or do you, like, start where the previous color ends? Hi, Heather. How are you doing today? What you cooking? You're part of why I'm using Inktense, Heather. I been watching your videos a lot, and you're always using Inktense, and you make pictures look so beautiful, and I was just like, I need to use these. It's so much faster than pencils, and they were so expensive. I need to use them. Use overlap. Okay. Alrighty, Martina, that's what I'm doing. And I'm trying to go as light as I can. So, oh, I forgot to add in this. So this moon is right there. So I'm going to take the yellow, which is going to turn green when I add water, but kind of add the shape of the moon. So there's like a reflection in there. Okay. Sea blue. Oops, going to town on these pencils. My phone's shaking. Oops. Glanced over at the chat and went over the line. Some coffee. Okay. So I have the darkest. Okay, so now I just need to add some green in there, maybe, or tealish color, I guess, just to kind of add some depth and change it up a bit, so it's not identical to the sky. I'm glad it's not raining here today. I don't mind the cold, but the rain gets old. Okay. Now there's some green in there. Go back over it again with yellow. Try the dark again. I'm scared to hit it with the water, so I'm just procrastinating and adding more layers. Don't use too many layers. Oh, okay. Does that make it the mix differently when you add the water? Or yeah, add the water. Oh, all right. Martina and Heather, whatever you say. Let's get that brush and do it. I've got a paper towel and my water that I just spilled all over myself. Oops. Okay. So this is the lightest. So I'm going to go over that first so that I don't go over it again and muddy things up. Hopefully that looks how I imagined it. Activate from light to dark and wipe off between colors. Okay. That's kind of what I thought, because there's been times where I've just done the opposite and it the dark color just takes over everything that you did. Okay, Martina. I don't know if you've ever seen her channel before, but she uses Inktense a lot. Heather does. Right, Mandy? I know she does. I'm always watching her live streams if I'm at home and I don't always participate in the chat or I watch it, but I'm listening, and then I, watch it back and try to see what she's doing. She definitely knows what she's doing with those Inktense pencils. Trish, if you've never seen Heather's channel, that would be really good too. I would check her out. She uses Inktense all the time. I think why I don't really like this book that much is because there's a lot of big areas. Heather wasn't here earlier. I'll show you guys what I was doing, what I'm doing in my buddy color. And this is Inktense. So far I haven't used any pencils on it. I've got like one layer down on the flowers. The strawberries, the stairs, the hat, and the beard all have water on them, and it's all blurry, and you don't even know what I'm doing. Why is it so blurry? My phone screen's black, so I can't tap on it. I don't know what everybody else uses when they stream and record and stuff, but I just use a gooseneck phone holder. Thank you, Heather. And my cell phone. You should set up an Instagram, Martina. It's super easy to post your pictures and stuff. And I feel like when I use Instagram, I get to actually see what people are posting. Because, you know, Facebook sometimes just decides to not show you stuff, and then 3 days later, it'll pop up. So I like Instagram because I feel like it shows me more of things in order that they're posted. Yep. Me too. I just use it for basically coloring stuff. Every now and then I'll post some pictures of the family and stuff, and that's about it. I don't really use the story thing much. I follow a lot of coloring people and a couple of my Game of Thrones actors. Got Maisley, or I don't even know, I feel bad. Maisie it's Arya, and then Sophie Turner, Sansa, and Emilia Clarke. But other than that, it's all coloring. Okay. Yeah, Heather, that's what I've seen a lot of people do. They, like, post, like, oh, I'm live, or new video up, and, you know, things like that. Okay. I don't know if I added enough water in some of this. Maybe I just need to let it dry and then use more layers. Oh, the paper's starting to warp. I gotta stop. Yes, Martina, I have. I haven't heard much about it. All I know is that it is about the Targaryens, like, thousands and thousands and thousands of years before the show. Well, Heather, that works too, because I always look through those. So that's good to know. I don't even know what your stream days are or times or anything. I just happen to look at YouTube and I'm like, oh, Heather's on. I have no idea what the day is. And if I missed anybody's comment or anything, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to. I look over at the laptop in between colors and letting stuff dry and things. But if I miss someone, I'm sorry. Now I understand how, like, Sammy and some of those other people feel that have, 400 people in their chat. I've only got a couple. I'm, like, having a hard time catching up to people and keeping track of everything. Yeah, I can't wait for that to start, Martina. I don't even know when it's going to be announced or anything. So if you hear something before I do, let me know. Monday at 7 p.m. What? It's Monday, Wednesday, and Sunday. I know, right? Every time when I wake up in the mornings, I'm like, I should message Martina. And then your day's like, you're already off of work, and I'm all like, zombie just woke up. Sometimes I'll go back to sleep after my husband leaves, but today I could not at all. I feel horrible. My throat hurts. The joys of toddlers. I probably didn't need to go over all of this again, but I just feel like it's missing something or it's not as smooth as I want it to be. So hopefully this helps. I guess this book isn't so bad, or I just found a picture that I really like. And it's not that I don't think it's beautiful artwork. I do. I really like the pictures. It's just not one that I enjoy to color. Everyone probably disagrees with me, but it's the same thing about, you can do up to 20 layers between drawing, if so. Oh, wow. I didn't realize you could just keep going like that. But yeah, I guess if you're not ripping up the the paper, then you could use as many layers as you'd want, I suppose. I guess it just adds that much more depth. Which noses, Martina? What are you coloring? You can. I never have, but that's just because I've never done like a watercolor face. I bet Heather would know how to do that. From Christian Glow. Oh, yeah, I know. I'm working on one of those, and she's got. I love the coloring books, and they're so unique, and some of the pictures are so pretty, but their faces are kind of different, and they're not quite proportioned like a regular, face or realistic coloring page would. So it's kind of hard. I don't know what I'm gonna do when I get to that point in that other video I'm working on. These 2 layers, okay. But I mean, for skin, you can mix colors. So I don't think there's like a color in Inktense that looks like skin. But I do know that ultramarine, white, and burnt sienna in watercolor or neocolors makes a skin tone. And I've used neocolors as a base before. It can get streaky if not careful. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I noticed that, especially a bigger face. Maybe if you're doing like a little face, it wouldn't be hard. I don't know. Maybe we can flip. Where'd my brush go? Flip through to a different page and see if we can find some skin. Okay. Go over this again. Oh, my reflection turned green. I'll put the green over too far. That's okay. Oh, it all turned green. Wait, it also depends on what kind of skin color. Yeah, that's true too. If you're wanting to, color like blue skin or something for, like a mermaid or a fairy type thing, it's probably easier than trying to mix, like a natural skin tone. But I have done it. I have a little sketchbook somewhere where I just jot things down in, and I think I have a color combination of Inktense for skin, but I don't know what happened to it because I haven't been able to find it. One of my kids might have made off with it. Yeah, I think it looks much better after the first layer when I went back over it again. So I definitely think I needed to do that. Only part I'm not a huge fan of is there's like a line right here. I don't know if that's color or from the paper warping or what that is. That's really the only thing I don't like. I really love my pencils, but my hands are hurting today, so I figured I would work with some Inktense. Okay. But yeah, let's see, where's my palette thing? I have made a skin color with Neos with ultramarine and white. Okay, I will leave the water alone then before I touch it. Again, I'll leave it alone. But yeah, this color is russet, and it kind of looks like burnt sienna. It's very close. And then ultramarine, and then white. And I'm sure Inktense has this too. Or with neocolors, you can just use, like this is salmon. It's pretty darn close to just a regular, a white skin tone. So if you take those, okay, Martina, you do that. So there's the brown color, and then take some ultramarine and white. I don't have enough water on there. Oh, okay. I'll have to take a look at that too. So yeah, you mix your ultramarine and russet together, and it kind of makes like a dingy color, but then you add white, and then you can, pick up more of that. And then you have different shades. Really, it's more white than anything, I think. You can add more ultramarine if you want to. It kind of looks like a skin tone. think I need to add more white in there and more water. Yeah, I need to put more stuff down. I think I soaked it up all in my brush. Yeah, it is. This color is salmon. So it's pretty close to, you know, probably what you're wanting. That's the one I did in the Mystic Art Mirrors book. Christine Glorious Ink. So you can. Especially if it's, you know, you fade it out or use a little bit of white and it won't look as dense. Okay. But yeah. So that again real quick. Try to fix what I did, and I'm using way too much of these. I'm just doing it so you can see. And lots of white. And then I'm going to use a smaller brush so it doesn't soak it all up. Okay, pick up a tiny bit of blue. Oh yeah, and Martina, you have the full set of Neos, I think. So if that's the case, you probably have some different colors than I do. So yeah, if you look at that once you add that in there, it's a pretty good skin tone, I think. And just for, yeah, you have more than, how, is there more than 84 Neos? Oh, gotcha, okay. So you're just buying them before they run out. Oh, there's some skin. But yeah, if you look, it might be, you know, a little bit too dark, or depending on what you're, oh, those are mittens, I think. Oh, well. Just depends on what color skin tone you're going for, but that is the one that I just mixed with ultramarine, russet, and white. So, yeah. And then with, what color is this? Salmon. That's what that one looks like. So, yeah, pretty much, if I think apricot is a neo color that's looks a lot like skin, but it's, I don't have that one. So, yeah. And then Inktense Trish. Which ones can't you replace? The Neos? What was I doing? Oh, red oxide. Heather said she's used that for skin. And I know it's in here somewhere. What do you keep your Inktense and Neos and stuff in, Heather? I have my Inktense in a roll-up canvas case, and I don't like it. Okay, red oxide is in here somewhere. Red oxide. I can't find it. Oh well, I guess I'll do that later. In a case, okay. Like in a zipper case, like this type of thing, like for pencils. I guess that's still not dry completely. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to have an extra case here soon because I have been trying to sell my Black Widows. It's not that I don't like them. Sorry, I'm messing with my phone. It's all blurry, so I'm trying to fix it. Oh, come on, phone. What are you doing? Why won't it focus? But yeah, anyway, I'm trying to sell my Black Widow pencils, and if that happens, I'll have that extra case, because I'm just going to get rid of them in the tins. Okay, back to this. What did I use last? I used Inktense. So let's go back. Oh, wow. I guess all that's water, and I just went over that. Or I could just make it this stuff. What would you guys color these things? Do you know what that's supposed to be? Oh yeah, I love those wooden boxes, but I don't have a desk, so I don't buy the wooden boxes for anything because I wouldn't have anywhere to put them when I color. Up until recently, I just colored on the couch. And now like right now I'm at my dining table, and then if I'm recording a pre-recorded video, I either sit at my dining table or my like lap table thing that it like tilts. Are they bushes? I have no idea. I almost thought that they were like pillars that went with the railing. But I don't know. Well, I can always just come back to that. I'll look on Instagram and see if I can find someone else that's colored it and see what they did. I am stumped. I don't know what to color or what color to color it. I guess I did forget a tower when I was coloring the castle thing. Yep, that's part of why I don't use this book, because I get stuck. Like, I colored all the main stuff, and I said, okay, I got the railing and the castle the color I want, and then I end up stumped. I have no idea what to color, or what color to color them. But let's say those are pears. I'm going to use this green. Let's see what happens when I mix it with the yellow. Nah. No, actually, maybe if I add a little bit of green. More green. So let's say those are pears. What's water? These things? These circles? Oh, yeah, that. Yeah, I know. I might be lazy. We'll see. I might color that water. I might just color it the same color and then make it look like these are darker. So it's like what's it called? Like concave to these, like inset. Okay, so do you think they're just like a frame that goes along with the flower part? It's not necessarily a part of the actual picture. Alright, I haven't done any coloring in a minute. I need to do something. I'm just gonna pick a green and go with it for the trees. Okay, gotcha. Oh, have you colored this picture, Martina? That's funny. You were always asking me to color in this book, and then I picked one that you had already colored. Well, hello to anybody that's watching that isn't in the chat or anything, so hello. Thanks everyone for watching. Thanks everyone that's been here too. Alrighty, Martina. You go get your comfy blanket. Oops, got a pop up on the laptop. I can't see the comments. There it is. Okay, so there's more grass. I don't want to use the same greens. This is beach green. I'm just randomly grabbing colors. I'm really inexperienced with Inktense, so I'm just grabbing stuff, seeing what happens. Oops, I think I missed a part of the sky underneath the trees right here. For anyone that's still here, I was wondering what everybody thought or how they would like to see things done or how they do things if they have you have a channel. Do you guys want to like start a new picture every live stream and then I'll do pre-recorded videos for the rest of it, or do you want to do like the same picture on every live stream until it's finished and then I'll do like a different picture for the pre-recorded videos? I'm just still kind of trying to figure out how I want to lay everything out and have everything recorded and set up. I have so many pictures that I've started on videos that I haven't finished, and I don't know if I should do them on, you know, pre-recorded or live streams, or, you know, I don't know how I should do it. Alrighty, Heather. Thanks for stopping in. Go feed your family. What was I doing? Oh, yeah. I'm gonna use Inktense again. I'm just gonna grab a super bright pink color. I think I'm gonna use crimson. I'm just gonna color in all the petals. I don't know if I want this color or not. Or maybe I'll go do a couple different colors and go like every other rose or every other flower. See you later, Heather. Have a good rest of your night. Ooh, I like that color. Ooh, that's a pretty color too. Okay. Let's see, what time is it? 10:49. My laptop, it says we've been on for 109 minutes, but that is wrong. Wait a minute. Or is it not wrong and I'm just... Wow. No, that's right. Apparently it's still too early for me to do some math. Oh, so that's what happens if you lay down pencil on top of wet paper. It just stays there. That's good to know. So since I'm already losing track of all the colors I'm using, I'm just going to color all the roses in this section, and then I'll go back and do the other side of the other roses. I think in about 10 more minutes, I'm probably going to get off of here. Okay. Alrighty, Trish. I figured you were still there somewhere. You're at work, aren't you? I don't know why it zooms in and out of focus. On my phone, what I can see is it's like completely clear. Dinner and 10 for me too. Well, hey, then I guess we worked out for everybody, huh? Another 10 minutes will be good. What's it doing that for? Focus, paintbrush, camera. How weird. Oh, there it goes, there it goes. I don't have enough subscribers to actually live stream from my cell phone. I have to use another app that then sends it to YouTube. So I think it acts a little bit different than if I was just live streaming straight from my phone. Oh. Alrighty, Trish, that's awesome. It's always nice to have a day off. I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I'm always at home with the kids. Ugh, that one did not turn out very well, but I'm ruining the paper. Okay. I gotta wait till it's dry to do anything else on that one. I actually really like how this page is turning out. I don't care for coloring buildings, but that building is really small. It has a whole bunch of small different little details, so it's not as bad as like coloring one big building. That's the whole page. And obviously, I'm sure you could do this any way that you want. You don't have to like start in the center and do it that way. You could color the whole flower, the one color, and then activate it. I was just trying to make it darker in the center and then lighter as it came out to the edges. Thanks, Mandy. Oh yeah, I was going to tell you, Mandy, I forgot. So, I couldn't help myself, and I cannot talk. I could not help myself, and I ordered, or I guess bought, a couple Mariola Budek images that I didn't have. So now I have the one that you posted the other day with the little peekaboo, and so I have that page now, so I'm super excited to color that one. And then I mixed all these colors up because I was talking and have no idea what I'm doing. So I ordered that page. I got the one of the face holding the key. I don't know what it's called. And then I got the time thief, or the thief of time. Yes, that one. I got that page. And then I think I got 4 of them. So I got the one of the lady holding a key. There's one, I think its name is Crystal. And then the Thief of Time, I think. They're all the newer ones. I have I think almost all of her older images, but these are like brand new ones. I couldn't help myself. And I got it for $15 instead of $30, so I couldn't help myself. But on Etsy, there's a store called Meadow Haven, and her name is like Adele Lorraine? I'm not sure. I'd have to look at the spelling again to see if I can pronounce it. But she had imperfect copies of her book Meadow Haven, and they were like half off, so I could not help myself. Some of the pictures have super, super small details, so I don't care for them as much. But, oh, the ones that I do like, I really, really, really like a lot, so I couldn't help it. Thanks, Mandy. Yep, I'll be sure to share as the one you know, the peekaboo one. And you're like, here you go, Mandy. Here's another one. It is a very pretty picture. All of her pictures are gorgeous. I was going back looking through my old videos or not my old ones. I've only had channel for like a month or 2. But I was looking through them and I thought to myself, I was like, I have a lot of her images on here. I need to do something else. And I always color skin and people. I don't color much of anything else, so I was like, oh, let's color some Romacntic Country. Okay, I'm gonna try to find a color that's actually red and not pink. Chili red, let's try it. feel like there's something that I'm supposed to do today, but I can't remember what it is. My kids are at school, so I don't have anyone to worry about feeding at the moment. It's Friday, so I don't have anything to do. I don't know. I feel like I had something to do, and I have no idea what it was. That's kind of red, I guess. It's not... Oh, that paintbrush is too big. I know Mandy and Trish and Martina especially, I know you guys, interact with me a lot and watch some of the other videos and things. So how would you guys like for everything to be set up? Like, do you guys think we should do like one picture and finish it on live streams until it's done and then do pre-recorded videos in between? Or do you think we should like start a picture and then do either off camera or pre-recorded for the rest of the picture? I'm still trying to figure out how I should do that. Oh, that doesn't look purple. Oh, it is. Oh, wow. The name of this color is Deep Violet. They weren't lying. Okay, Mandy. I know you do, so thank you for that. I know sometimes I get bored watching people's live streams back when they're not live because, I think live is hard to finish a pic because of all questions. Yeah, I cannot finish a picture on a live, even with Inktense that's faster than pencils. Like, there's no way. I'm still not done. But I'm thinking maybe I'm going to set it up so, like, every Friday we're working on the same picture, maybe. So if that's the case, maybe I should go back to the elves one and get that finished on lives. I don't know. And then, do, a picture in a month or something, kind of like how some other live streamers do it. I don't know. And then eventually I'm going to, I don't think I have enough subscribers, but the plan is to have playlists when you go and look into the channel, like on the channel. And then like one playlist will be like the elves picture, whether they're live or recorded, because I've done that picture all over the place because it's taking me so long. So those will all be grouped together. And then how Sammy does it. I don't know. How does Sammy always do it? Sometimes I watch hers and sometimes I don't. Does she only live stream? Or I don't know if she only live streams or does pre-recorded or not. But kind of like, I'd hate to kind of copy people, but, there's really only so many ways to do it. Like I know Belinda at Color and Chat with Sammy, or not, Color and Chat with Faithful Girl. Wrong one. My apologies. Sorry. She'll do like one picture a month and they do that picture every live stream, and then every now and then she'll throw in like a speed coloring during the week. And then I think, but I'm not 100% sure, but I think Sammy just does live streams now. I don't know. But to me, it almost seems like it's more consistent to do like a pay. I don't know. I don't know. Have any guys watching when you color or when I'm doing a picture like the elves one or anything? Do you go along with me and color it, or do you just go back and watch them at any time and you're just watching color or listening? Because if you're coloring along, then it probably makes more sense to do the same picture over all of the live streams. That way it's consistent. But if you are, like Mandy said, just going back and watching them, whether, you're able to or not at a time, and then just go back and watch them whenever, then that would make sense. That it doesn't matter if they're pre-recorded or live, and you can kind of mix up pictures and do one live and then the rest recorded. It wouldn't really matter. I'm probably not making any sense. I know what I'm thinking. I just don't know if it's making any sense. And then what else? And then I am going to do one of these days a live stream. I'm going to pull out my Prismacolor portrait set, which the tin is just empty, but it'll tell me what colors are in it. And then I'm going to go through and try to find other skin tones other than like a Caucasian skin tone. And that way we'll be able to all like work through it. Okay, good. I really do not feel good, so I'm just kind of like, and I'm trying to color. I'm focusing so hard right now because I don't use Inktense very often. And I actually do like how this picture's coming out, so I'm all like focusing and trying to talk at the same time. I always feel like I'm copying another person that has a channel or something if, I do something similar to them or, post videos in the same way that they do. But really, it's like, okay, for the most part, all I do is coloring. Eventually, when I get better at acrylic painting, I'm probably going to do some videos with that too. But right now, I'm just learning myself, so that's not possible. Yeah, I don't even know what I'm talking about now. I lost my train of thought because I was paying attention to this. But really, they all do the same. Yeah, that's, kind of like color combinations, It's like, well, we have a set of pencils. There's a certain number of pencils in that set. So, yeah, someone might have came up with a color combination, but in all reality, it's probably been used somewhere else and stuff, so it's okay. But I do try to mention a channel if I do something very specific that they did. Like when I showed how to do or maybe I didn't do it yet, the gold crown on the elves. Those colors are definitely from Gem at the Color Cave. And then I think I put that in the video, or will, I don't remember. Alright, Trish. Yeah, me too. I was just rambling away, but I will be getting off of here soon. Getting off of here soon. Oh, yeah, I'm getting tired. I don't feel good. Trying to talk and color. I have a lot of anxiety, so if we're ever, recording and stuff, or recording, good grief, if we are ever on live and I start to kind of ramble or stop mid-sentence or not make any sense, chances are it's probably because of my anxiety. It's because I'm starting to get stressed out about some things, so then it causes me to kind of lose track of my thought, or, just start to get nervous for no reason. So yeah, that's what that's about. This channel's definitely helped with that, though. I love talking to all of you guys and seeing comments from people, and having a Facebook group where we can just, talk and be goofy, and people share all their work and all that. It's just so much fun, and it really helps my mental health. Bye, Trish. You have a good rest of your day. Thanks for hanging out. I hope I could answer some of your questions and help you use these a little bit better. I'm still learning too, so I did my best. Inktense are really cool, though. I really do like them. I need to use them more. Okay. Alright, I'm going to do the rest of this bowl thing, and then I'm going to stop for the day. Let's see if I can do this without going over the red accents. I might have to go over it with a pencil or Posca. You know what? That's what I'm going to do. And then I'll go over it again with pencil. It's like super blotchy. That's okay. Go over it with more layers another time. Okay, so there it is so far. I actually really like how it's turning out. It's a cute page. So, yeah. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out with me and coloring. And, yeah. And if you guys want to, I've got Instagram, and I know several of you are in Facebook group. Hi, how are you doing? We're just getting ready to get off of here. I've been live for about 2 hours. But yeah, I have a Facebook group and Instagram. And then I don't really like to talk about it, and I'm not going to advertise it or anything, but I will mention that for those of you, if you do want to know, I did set up a coffee account, and I did give a link to my Amazon wish list, which I already had before. Me and my husband use it and stuff, so, I'm never going to ask, though, and I'm just going to put it in the description of videos, but I'm not really going to talk about it. But I just wanted you guys to know that it was there if you ever wanted to, and you never know. Look through my wish list, you might see a book that you're like, oh my goodness, I've never seen that before, or a cool art supply, or something cool. So, yeah. Thank you, Mandy. I hope so, too. I feel like death. I feel horrible. Again. Finally got sick, and now I feel all bad again. So, alrighty. That's about it. And thanks for stopping in. Cherry does some stuff. I don't know if it's Sherry or Cherry. I don't know. But thanks for stopping in, and hopefully I'll get to talk to you again another time. Alrighty, everyone. Bye.